become is laid out in Scripture. Now take a look at what the principal wrote back. You are representing the school in this speech, not using the podium as your public forum. We need to be mindful about the inclusion of religious aspects. These are your strong beliefs, but they are not appropriate for a speech in school public setting. I know this will frustrate you, but we have to be mindful of it. Joining us now is Hillsdale High School valedictorian Elizabeth Turner, her attorney Keisha Russell, and First Liberty Institute host of the Todd Starnes Show, Todd Starnes. Todd actually had the exclusive on this. Todd, we'll get to you in just a moment.
Welcome to all of you. Elizabeth, at first, I would just like to say how proud I am of you. Even hearing Sean read that is outstanding. But walk us through what happened here. You get this incredible honor to speak at your high school graduation, and then you get a note from your principal saying that. What was your response when you saw that note?
Originally, when I saw it, I was disappointed, but then I tried to reach out to her to try to get clarification on what that meant. I reached out to her twice on email, once through a phone call, and then I decided to call First Liberty for help.
Okay. So my understanding is you met with the school superintendent this morning. The principal was not there. They were not called to the office. Tell us about the meeting and what came of it.
Yeah, so the meeting, we just walked through everything with the superintendent, and he said that, Elizabeth could express herself with religious language in her graduation speech. We didn't really, see him take responsibility or accountability for the remarks of the principal, but ultimately we were able to come to understanding, and he said that she could make those statements. And that's pretty much, where we left it.
Yeah, that superintendent saw a big lawsuit from Keisha coming his way and made the right decision.
Yeah, well, congratulations on that. That's incredible news. Todd, as Sean mentioned earlier, you wrote a column on this actually in Newsmax. How did you first hear about this story, and what made you want to write about it?
Well, these are the kinds of stories that we talk about on my national radio show on an almost daily basis. Religious liberty, our freedoms under attack, and especially on public school campuses. And I've got to tell you, Elizabeth is a hero, and God bless First Liberty Institute. They are on these kinds of stories like a pit bull on a pork chop. And it's no surprise that the school district backed down and did the right thing. But let's be honest here, guys. Had this graduation speech been about Black Lives Matter or it was a pro-Palestinian movement, there would not have been an issue. But because Elizabeth wanted to talk about her faith in God, which she is allowed to do under the United States Constitution, she came under attack. And thank goodness she did the right thing, which was to speak out and take a stand.
So, Elizabeth, so you can say it, right? You can now give the speech you wanted to. But you're still sitting there next to your attorney, so I'm going to ask, what's next? Are you good with this, or do you want more?
Well, currently I'm just finishing drafting my speech. I'm really pleased that I'm able to present it on June 6th, and I'm just really grateful for all the help that First Liberty has given us so far.
Elizabeth, do other students know about your situation, and if so, what has their response been?
I have gotten a few people who've reached out. I'm a virtual learner currently, so I'm not among the masses physically, but I am definitely aware that there are several people in my school who are familiar with what's going on.
Keisha, you mentioned that when you met with the superintendent that they didn't apologize or recognize Elizabeth's rights. Todd just brought that up. She has the right to do this. So I'll ask you this question. What do you want to make this right for Elizabeth?
Well, obviously the first thing is acknowledging that no student should be censored because of their religious speech. The superintendent, like I said, did say she could say what she wanted to say, but there was really no acknowledgement that the principal's statements should not have been made, and that Elizabeth should never even have been given the impression or told that her statements were not appropriate for the public school setting. Ultimately, no student should be treated that way just because of their religious, expression.
Todd, we only have 10 seconds left, so I'm going to ask you this. You mentioned this. How often do people contact you with situations like this?
almost on a daily basis, Sean. And again, thank God for Newsmax TV. You guys are providing the platform so that we can get the word out and we can let people know, hey, this is what's happening in America. What are we going to do about it?
Well, Todd, thank you for bringing it. Congratulations, Elizabeth, on being able to do this, and obviously Keisha for all your hard work.
Thank you for having us on.
Thanks.
All right. Congratulations.